This is Chapter 4 of our Curriculum Guide digital slideshow, and this is focused on our juniors, class of 2014. So our rising juniors, currently sophomores, as you prepare to register for your junior year. Now, I know you all are seasoned veterans of the registration process by now, but we've added some charts to this curriculum slideshow just to kind of give you some extra support as you work through the process of making sure you're on the right track with your course choices in the direction that you want to go. This is a particularly important year for you as we start to substantiate your academic record, and we want to give you some extra support. So what you see in front of you right now is your pre-registration form, and this should not look unfamiliar to you in any way, but it certainly adds on that left-hand column something that you might not have thought about specifically, which are your requirements during your junior year. So you can see by department, every department lists what is required of you in the 11th grade year. So let's break this down a little bit and look at each department. Now here's one of these flow charts that I was talking about. This is for our English department, and you can see it's broken down by grade level. So we are focusing on that 11th grade column, the light blue box and then the gray box below that shows electives. All rising 11th graders will register for English 400, American Literature, Transcending Self, Asserting Self, T1 and T2, and then choose one elective for T3 from the grade 10 and 11 elective list. There are no specially designated AP English courses. All juniors are invited to take the AP exam at the end of grade 11 after attending several review sessions. Now, once you've chosen what elective you would like, you would go back to your form and it would look something like this. You've got the required English 400 course during trimester 1 and trimester 2, and then this student has signed up for Women's Studies as their T3 English elective. Okay, let's move over to our history curriculum, and you can see this is similarly formatted, so we're going to focus on that 11th grade column, the light blue boxes again. All rising 11th graders will register for either U.S. History or AP U.S. History T1 through T3. Only those students who took Atlantic World Accelerated in grade 10 are eligible to take AP U.S. History based on departmental approval. Students have the option of taking additional grade 11 history electives during T1, T2, and or T3. So again, back to our pre-registration form, you can see that this student has signed up for regular U.S. History, and they have also added the optional history elective of constitutional law during T2. Let's move forward to math. As you can see, this departmental flowchart is strikingly similar again to English and history. We're focusing on that 11th grade column, the light blue boxes. Rising 11th graders' math options vary depending upon their track. Current Integrated Math 1 students will register for Integrated Math 2, T1 and T2, and should take a math elective T3 based on prerequisites. Current Integrated Math 2 students will register for Math Modeling and Trigonometry T1 and T2 and should take a math elective T3 based on prerequisites. Students who want to take AB Calculus in grade 12 must take either Analytic Geometry or Discrete Math in T3 of junior year. Current Integrated Math 2 Accelerated students will register for AP/AB Calculus and or AP Statistics T1 through T3. Any rising junior who has completed Integrated Math 2 regular or accelerated can double up with AP Statistics or other math electives. Alright, so again, I will walk you through the... Okay, back to our pre-registration form, our sample here. You can see that this student was taking Integrated Math 2 accelerated during their sophomore year, and we know this because they've signed up for AP/AB Calculus for their junior year. You can see they're very happy about that. They've got that smiley face over there in the trimester 3 column. Down below, you can see that they've added a math elective during their trimester 3 to double up with AP/AB Calculus. Not surprising, they've got the smiley face. They must love math. Okay, let's move forward here. Let's move forward with world languages. Okay, students are required to complete through level 300 of one world language without interruption and should consult their college counselor if they do not plan to continue in the same world language beyond this level. This is most likely what's happening during your junior year. You have probably completed 300 during your sophomore year, and now you have some options open for you. But it's something that you should definitely consult with your college counselor and probably your advisor before making any decisions either way. Students may begin taking a second world language during the final year of the graduation requirement, 300 level, concurrently with their primary world language choice, or at any time beyond completion of the requirement. Italian is offered as a year-long elective for juniors and seniors who have completed the world language requirement. It does not, however, satisfy any portion of the world language graduation requirement. World languages offered in the upper school are Mandarin, French, German, Latin, and Spanish. Again, here is our pre-registration form so you can see how it would be filled out for a student continuing on with Spanish 450. Okay, let's transition over to our science curriculum flowchart. You can see this one looks a little bit different in that it's not focused as much on grade level as it is trajectory. So you can see the required courses on the left that are represented by shaded boxes, and then you can follow the arrows to see which courses lead directly to the culminating AP experience if that is your focus. Rising 11th graders will register for kinematics and dynamics, other applied science topics based on prerequisites, and/or AP science courses. Kinematics and dynamics, astrophysics, nuclear science, marine ecology, Little Cayman Research Center trip, women in engineering, physics of design, and astronomy are offered during Elliott Summer Academy. Additionally, health must be taken in grade 11 if the student has not taken it in grade 9 or 10. So if we go back to our pre-registration form, you can see that this student has chosen to take kinematics in trimester 1, and then they've chosen astrophysics as an elective in trimester 2, and they are not, under this model, taking a science elective in trimester 3. Okay, finally we're going to go through our art department offerings, and we've got this flowchart broken into two. First, we're going to look at performing arts, which is on your screen right now, and you can see how those courses break out sequentially. And I'm going to flip over now so you can see our visual art flowchart as well. And remember, what I'm about to tell you pertains to both visual and performing arts. Students are required to take 6 trimesters of art over the course of 4 years in the upper school. Choices vary between visual and performing arts and are sequential based on prerequisites. If you have any questions at all, please speak with your advisor or a member of the art department or Brad Heineman, our art department chair. Okay, let's go back and take one more look at our pre-registration form. You can see that this student has been diligent. In the left-hand corner, they've checked off that they've met their health requirement. Clearly, they took health in their grade 10 year. Now remember, if you have not taken it yet, you have to take it in your 11th grade year. You cannot take health as a senior. But this student took it in grade 10, so they've checked it off. You can also see that this student has filled out the art row with chamber choir, and down below they've added their athletic participation in trimester 1 and trimester 3 with cross country and track. Alright, so that is our pre-registration form completed for a rising 10th grader who is looking at their curriculum choices for their 11th grade year.